So this actually goes along with like the narcissistic traits video that I talked about, because I want to talk about MAGA supporters and how they are narcissistic compared to Democrats. So hear me out, or you don't have to scroll along if this doesn't resonate with you. So what MAGA people are doing is they're displaying narcissistic traits because they keep denying realities of people who do not fit into their boxes, which are white Christians. Pretty much. Obviously, Charlie Kirk was extremely racist. Nick Fuentes, extremely racist. All of these, Christian nationalist people. Erica Kirk, misogynistic. Those types of people who are leading the MAGA, situation. Donald Trump, we're not even going to get into his level of narcissism and his level of deniability of everybody's reality except his own. He is a prime example of narcissism. My dad is very much like that. Except I will say that Donald Trump is way more stubborn than my father. My father is closer to my reality than Donald Trump is. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, even though my dad has the same qualities as Donald Trump, as far as like, being able to deny my reality to an extent that is like harmful, he still has like a little bit more humanity in him. Like, he's Christian and he like pretends or tries to be like a good person. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he is. So it's like, there's actually a little bit more salvageable traits within my father than Donald Trump I'm seeing. So that's actually like a good thing for me. And I hope that all of us can actually start seeing that within our own parents. Because my dad like narcissistically abused me to the point where I wanted to die for 17 years. Like, he still is narcissistically abusing me. So it's not like I'm like free, like it was bad. Like, it's bad. I mean, it's going to take years and years and years and years of repair and all sorts of shit. But I'm again at a metacognition state of like, detaching from my trauma, detaching from my emotions around it, and detaching from how people are like reacting towards me. Because that is how you regulate your nervous system, actually, and regulate your mind and how you feel safe in this world. Because that's the reason why a lot of us didn't feel safe, is because a lot of people denied our realities to us. And so then we had to maladapt and conform to realities that didn't feel true to us. And now all of a sudden, we're finally standing up for ourselves. We're able to be in our own realities more, and we're able to come to awareness that like, oh, actually we haven't been crazy. And actually our realities have been right, because look at the Epstein files have come out. And so all these like years that I've spent in conspiracy theories and all this stuff that everybody called me crazy for, my reality was actually right. And, now the UFO files, all these years that I spent thinking about aliens and feeling different from people and, just believing in aliens and people call me crazy for that. Well, look, now that's come out. So hold on, wait a minute here. I'm pretty sure that actually my reality has been right all along. So that means that everybody else's around me was fucking wrong. So then what that means is, as a light worker, everybody else around you is going to display some sort of narcissistic characteristics when you present your truth to them, unless they are emotionally mature. The only people that are able to be presented a reality that challenges their reality and not project onto you because of that are emotionally mature people. That is a sign of emotional maturity. Can somebody present a reality to you that challenges your reality? Right? Like, I got a comment the other day about how like me saying something rude about like Appalachian people was very offensive and actually went against what I was trying to say in that message, which was that we need to like get away from like dehumanizing people. And then in that message I went to say like a joke about Appalachian people and inbreeding, which is a stereotype, and then that inadvertently harms and dehumanizes that particular population. And so that was presented to me, and it challenged my reality of like, I did everything right in that video. I said everything right, and I was just joking, and, it's not a big deal, and, all that stuff, right? That's the reality that it challenged for me. And I was presented with evidence that was neutral, so that also affects how you respond, is how people are actually presenting their evidence to you to change your reality. A lot of people can't maturely present evidence to you to change your reality with like, so this person just told me like, like, this is my experience. I grew up there. That's actually like very harmful. Like, and that was it. They didn't even ask me to change what I should say. They didn't tell me I was being wrong. They didn't project onto me. They didn't tell me, oh my gosh, you're being such a horrible person, or oh my gosh, you should know better than this, or oh, like try to shame or guilt me into empathizing with them. They just presented factual, objective evidence of their own personal experience. And then what that's supposed to do is trigger your empathy. Because you're like, oh, okay, well, because like if they're like, so that's what I'm saying. Like that interaction was so huge because it was like the perfect interaction of a healthy interaction with people when you are presented with a reality that challenges yours. And I have learned through harsh lessons that people struggle really hard with this, and this is a skill. It's like a very refined skill that I've had to like not only observe and learn, but also see that like a lot of people don't have this skill. So that's like why I want to tell people this, because it's something that I've observed, is that this is a very intricate. It's like a lot of steps of like trying to regulate your nervous system and rewire your brain. There's a lot of steps to it. It's also healing and detaching from the pain of your trauma. And the only way you can do that is by sitting through the pain of it. So if you've been avoiding the pain that has been caused to you all your life, if you have been denying how painful it actually was, you are going to be forced to sit in that. That's what I've been doing for 18 months here. I've had to face the pain of how painful actually my life was. I didn't really have time to process my pain because it kept happening. I actually didn't have like a break at all to ever process what happened to me or process my pain or, come to terms with what happened to me or sit with my pain in an objective way without numbing it, without using food or substances or TV or television or, distractions to avoid my reality, right? Or boyfriends or friends or people like that, all that stuff, jobs. I literally had to completely come to terms with my reality. And then once you do that, you are able then to detach emotionally from it. And the way that I've been able to detach is by rationalizing through the psychic downloads I received, rationalizing why I was treated the way I was. And if you can rationalize why you were treated that way, it really helps you heal, because that's the whole reason you couldn't heal, is because you couldn't understand why you were being treated the way you were being treated. So if you can understand why you were being treated the way you were treated, then you can make different choices and move differently through that. But again, that takes a whole layer of like, you have to believe my channels then, or believe, other people's channels who are helping you heal. This isn't just like me. This is just my, this is just like how my channel works. Like there's a bunch of people who are doing this exact same type of work, just like in a different way. Like there's a lot of, I don't know, like I watched like Marston Fries. I love her. And she obviously has like different dimensional information than I do, but she still like helps people heal with the way that she speaks. Like, just like I do, that's what we all do. Like we all help people heal in like different ways and help us like reframe each other's minds and brains and stuff. And she was talking about SA, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but I just remember the way that she said it was like very profound rewiring type of a thing. So like there's lots of different people who are doing this type of work, who are helping, like, and we're all helping each other as light workers and stuff. Kind of rewire and reframe our experiences and kind of like really ground into like what's going on and like what's been happening and like why we've all felt so like, and like how we all ended up here and like all that stuff. Like it's not coincidence. It's actually like there's this huge awakening going on. And one of those things is learning discernment and also like being able to objectively view your reality, so you can see when people are trying to like gaslight or manipulate you or coerce you or control you into like feeling a certain type of way about yourself. And like that's what we need to get so solid in, is that we were never wrong. We see so many patterns now that we were never wrong. That's what these patterns are supposed to do. They're supposed to affirm to you your own self-confidence, your own self-worth, and your own experiences growing up. Like that's also what these are supposed to do, is like, yeah. Or if you didn't have trauma, but like a lot of you got trauma just from like being awake. A lot of people got trauma just from like trying to tell people like there's some shit going on, and people like, made them feel crazy, denied their reality, all this stuff, and now they've been proven right, so it's like that kind of thing where it's like, it's just supposed to help you anchor into your self, so then you can help people heal, because that's how you help people heal, is by not being attached to them, because then you can talk to them in a way that's neutral instead of like, Anyway, these are skills, and it's a lot, guys.